when people receive their news and let their opinion be determined by platforms such as TikTok, which we know is influenced by the Chinese, different in every country. It is getting people to believe things that are not factually correct, getting people to back the wrong sides of clear good and evil. Here's a great clip from Shazaa TV, where he has basically caught this debate. I'm sorry, Sahar TV. He's caught this debate at Oxford, and people are constantly interrupting him, constantly cutting him off. Where this is actually someone who knows some facts and knows what's going on in Palestine and how things are being misrepresented, and why this is so problematic.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mosab Hassan Yousef, for those who don't know me, but I think most of you know who I am.
Not even 5 seconds into the speech, and he's already being called names. Sharmut, if you don't know what it is, it's a curse in Arabic. You can look up what it means, but not even 10 seconds in.
Please allow the speaker to make a speech in silence. Please show courtesy to the speaker.
I am sentenced by my father to death. He made my blood allowed. Why? Because I reported on suicide bombing attacks that targeted civilians indiscriminately. This is my crime. And guess what? It is not a secret that you discovered. It was my initiative that I revealed myself to public of what I did, because I am not ashamed of saving human lives. You should be ashamed for taking the side of terrorists.
How come the Muslims don't clap their hands when he talks about saving human lives? How come? Why is that?
Also, I am not going to apologize for reporting Hamas and for reporting terrorists. And know that we will fight anyone who takes the side of terrorists. Hamas is a terrorist organization in the UK, in the United States, in the European Union. And it's not up to you to decide. Sit down. Now listen, only Sheikh Hassan Yousef has the authority and the power to pull the trigger. Not you, not him, not her.
Sheikh Hassan Yousef is, of course, his father. Just to clarify.
Only Sheikh Hassan Yousef, if he has the courage to point the gun at his oldest son and pull the trigger. Anyone else who tried to do that will be dealt with differently. Now, how many of you sitting here want to teach me a lesson about morality? If you knew about October 7 attacks, any of you, raise your hands. If you had information about Hamas attack on October 7, would you report it to the authorities? If you do, raise your hand. Sit down.
It's funny how they don't show the room when he's requesting people to raise their hands, because the result is pretty clear. The majority would not have told anybody.
Less than 5% in this room raised their hands that they would report a massive terrorist attack that targeted civilians indiscriminately. That includes Arabs, Muslims, Jews, Christians, peaceful farming communities on October 7.
By the way, guys, if you're wondering why this guy is so intense, Mosab he was a former Palestinian militant, and he is the son of the Hamas co-founder. And this was end of last year, the end of November, November 28th, 2024.
Ethnically cleansing 20 Jewish communities because of their ethnicity and because of their religion.
Never hear that reported about.
What's happening in Gaza is not the same because you are the one who's taken the side of terrorists knowing exactly your rule and you are enjoying it. But at some point, you will have to deal with the consequences because everything is recorded against you. Now, there come the Palestinians, the most pathetic people on planet Earth.
Is out of order.
Sit down.
The speaker is out of order. If the speaker order.
Why is he out of order? He's not talking about anyone in the room. He talks about the Palestinians as a people. Why is he out of order?
When the chair is making a ruling, the speaker must remain seated. If the speaker repeats this again, I will have to ask them to leave.
They want to delegitimize someone who's born in that land.
A point of order has been raised. It is directed to the chair. A point of order has been raised. I have to hear the point of order. I have to hear the point of order.
Down.
Could I hear the point of order from the member? Order.
Sit down.
Order. It is not for you to tell a member to sit down. A point of order is directed to the chair.
Sit down.
Order. Order. Order.
Mosab Hassan Yousef doesn't like the concept of an Oxford debate, and I get him. The moderator, from what I've heard, was also one of the people who opposed Israel. So why would you let this guy moderate? And I heard this from the husband of Jonathan, another one of the speakers. It's the guy with the curly hairs right next to Mosab Hassan Yousef. Why is he moderating?
Could I hear the point of order from the member for Senate Hall?
The speaker just insulted me personally.
Then get out.
Order.
The speaker just insulted me personally and insulted many Palestinians, and I asked him to be escorted out of the chamber in the same manner that a fellow student was escorted out of the chamber when she was alleged to have insulted.
The speaker just insulted me personally. No, he didn't. He talked about the Palestinians, just like you talk about Zionists as a whole. He can talk about he is a Palestinian. He doesn't consider them Palestinians, but he's an Arab who was born in the region. He can talk about his own people. He can.
Order. Order. If this is repeated again, I'll have to ask the speaker to leave. The speaker was out of order. Please continue.
What? This thing.
I love this security guy walking up like he's going to do anything. I mean, I'm pretty sure the speaker probably has substantial, at a minimum training, probably some serious. I mean, the guy's probably had a rough life. He's probably seen violence and experienced violence from when he could start talking.
This house has been hijacked by Muslims.
Could I hear the point of order? Could I hear the point of order? Order. Could I hear the point of order? Please have a seat. The point of order is behind you.
What order?
Could I hear the point of order from the member? Could I hear the point of order?
It's very funny. It's not for
order. Could I hear the point of order? Please state your point of order. 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 Could I please hear the point of order?
The speaker made absolutely no reference to anyone in this chamber. He cast an opinion on his own people. Will he please be allowed to continue to debate, given how important his voice is in this conversation?
Order.
She's right.
Order. I have made my ruling very clear.
Of course you've made your ruling, because you're against Israel. Why is this guy moderating? It's Oxford. I forgot.
What is your ruling? I did not insult anyone in the room.
Order. Order. Could I hear the point of order?
speaker, who once invited by this union, was then attempts being made to prevent him from coming here to speak. And now we have seen that committed again. In the course of this speaker speaking, he has a right to freedom of speech, he has a right to speak in this chamber as an invited guest of this union. To order him out as a result of the opinion he has expressed on his own people brings this union into disrepute. It is a moment to shame for this chamber.
I have heard your point of order. I have made my ruling very clear. Could the speaker please proceed without making any disparaging references to any population? Please continue.
They want to delegitimize my right to exist because I oppose their violent ideology. Then they want to cry day and night of a victim. Please sit down.
I have to hear the point of order.
Insulting Zionists, Israelis, Israel being a nationality.
I've heard the point of order. You have seen a member being asked to leave the chamber before on a different side of the chamber. I have made sure that people from both sides of the chamber are allowed to make their speeches and that they're allowed to be heard. Could I please allow the speaker to finish without any further points of order?
Okay.
Please continue.
All the interruptions are not going to help the situation. You'll have to face the reality and the truth the way it is. I was born in that land. It's my birthright. And I was born, sit down, and I was born as an Arab. I was not born as Palestinian, like millions of Arab children. And the Palestinians have been pushing the Palestinian violent indoctrination based on false narrative of apartheid, colonialism, genocide, occupation. While Palestine never existed as a sovereign country, it never existed except as a colonial entity. And the joke on the Palestinians that they actually claim to be indigenous of the land, fighting against colonialism, while they choose a colonial entity as their national identity. How pathetic is that? I find it really unbelievable that the Palestinians continue spreading this lie and millions of people around the world are believing them. If you ask them, what is Palestine?
It's the same argument where you have like Hollywood. They'll just pick some random Indian tribe and say, oh, this is, we need to honor this tribe because this is their original land. Well, it was their land for 100 or 150 years or 50 years or whatever. And then before that, it was another tribe. And before that, it was another tribe. It's like, which people disputing a land do you pick as the true people that are the land or entitled to the land or whatever?
Sit down. If you ask them what is Palestine, they don't know how to answer. If you ask them what makes a Palestinian Palestinian, they don't know how to answer. Stop, interrupt me, sit down. We heard you. Sit down. Stop, interrupt me, and listen. Now, their strategy, and this is what need to be discussed here on the floor tonight, is the use of human shield and the evil practice of sacrificing children for political and financial gain. This is the mastery of the Palestinians. This is what they've been doing. They want the children, the Arab children, to continue carrying the burden of their sick indoctrination for eternity. Then a bunch of people come here crying as victims or as the saviors of the Gaza children. And I tell them, who authorized you even to speak on behalf of the children of Gaza? If you want to dismantle the apartheid state, he wants to dismantle the apartheid state, and none of you paid attention of how dangerous that. This means he wants to dismantle the state of Israel. This is what he wants to do. And that means the ethnic cleansing of the only Jewish state. Don't interrupt me and listen. What he wants He wants to wipe out a nation, the most ancient nation in the Middle East, the most authentic nation in the Middle East, the only Jewish state on the planet, and he wants from the children of Gaza to do the job on his behalf, on behalf of his political ambition. And I tell him, why don't you go carry a rifle and fight the apartheid state? Why the children of Gaza supposed to fight on your behalf and on behalf of your righteousness? You are not the savior. This is a very severe state of mental illness that you think that you are the savior of Gazan children, because you are not the savior. And all...
Guys, this moderator is a joke. He's a joke. I don't like him. I don't like the way he speaks. I don't like the way he moderates. I don't like him, period.
Now, they talk about genocide. Israel sent leaflets, millions of text messages. They made phone calls. They gave safe passages to people to evacuate war zone. While Hamas embedded under schools, hospitals, they did not leave any sacred zone for the civilians to evacuate to safety. Then they booby-trapped the entire area. And Israel had to send its foot soldiers to suffer additional casualty on the top of October 7, while they had the capacity to carpet bomb the entire Gaza Strip. If their intention, you never been to Gaza, you don't know what you're talking about, so sit down. After the war?
He's right.
After the war? What was the day? Where did you go? After the war? After October 7?
Order. Can the speaker desist from addressing other members? Okay. Order. Can the speaker please be heard? Could I please ask the member from Senate Hall to desist? Thank you. Please conclude your speech.
Israel did, for those who...
I don't think you'd have to go back many years, 20, 30 years, and all of Oxford's history would be ashamed of this supposed debate. Just the disrespect, the interruptions. It's sad how, many what is it, hundreds of years of tradition just thrown out the window.
Who are here to listen, by the way. It's very, very important. And I will remind you at some point in the future, when we look back at this time of confusion and the push of the Palestinian violent indoctrination, they are going to hit a dead end eventually. But here, let me be a witness to history and to you. Israel did everything within their ability to minimize the civilian casualty in Gaza. While Hamas did everything in their ability to maximize the civilian casualty.
The speaker will be heard.
Hamas did everything within their ability to maximize the civilian casualty for political and financial gain, for global sympathy, and they succeeded of fooling so many people.
And look at these simps in the background pouting like toddlers and rolling their eyes. I'm sure they are trying to be on camera there so they can impress their girlfriends.
But this is not going to change the reality on the ground, because Hamas does not care for the Arab children. Hamas does not care for the Jewish children. Arabs and Jews, yes, your insults can challenge or defy my truth. Arabs and Jews can get along. I have faith in that. Arabs, we are an ethnic group. We were way before Islam came to the region. We were way before the Palestinians came to the region. And by the way, the Palestinian history started in 1964 with the keffiyeh and the Palestinian flag. This is their heritage. That's all they have. And we are not Palestinians. We are Arabs. This is our language. This is our culture, and we will continue way after the Palestinian thugs who came to hijack our society with their sick indoctrination and victim narrative. The victim narrative.
And I'm surprised he's not mentioning Iran, because obviously Iran has manipulated the situation here the last couple of years, probably from the billions of dollars of money that they received in $100 bills on pallets from the Obama administration.
This is not representing who we are. We are resilient. We don't accept to be victims. Israel will be our strategic friend, and we will get along. Kurds, Jews, Arabs, Druze, and the rest of the region. And I hope that the Palestinians will know their place in history, nothing but a false identity. This is who they are, and this is how they are going to end.
Order.
I brought this up before. The only time I've seen it is watching documentaries on the situation. Before October, uh, the Israel spent millions and millions of dollars providing aid, trying to help, trying to make the situation better, and we're literally getting attacked and spit in their face, providing aid, to the point they had to stop most of it.
Order. Order. Order.
Right after they cut this video, apparently he was told to leave the chamber, which was cut out by Oxford University to make it seem as if the university and the institute is
There you go. 1823. So 202 years, and which some people would say was one of the best educational institutions, is now a joke. You know, I don't know the exact order, right? Trying to catch up to Harvard on the disgrace that it brings to its name.